Hello folks, this is Brian Fugit. We're in session 3 of BUS 650 Supply Chain Management. As you can see, we're not in the normal classroom tonight for this session. We're actually in the video production room of CSU's College of Business. And tonight is going to be a little different in that we're going to play a beer game. This is a very popular game where we're going to be running a supply chain of a beer company. And I know you guys are asking, well, where's the beer? Where's that going to be? Well, unfortunately, we actually don't have beer tonight. What we're going to be playing with is poker chips, but we are going to be representing beers that are brewed right here in Fort Collins by New Belgium. So let's go down to the classroom. Okay, everybody, let's get started tonight. The game is called the beer game, and yes, as was asked very early on last week, there's no real beer here. You're welcome to go follow it up afterwards, I suppose, but tonight we'll be using poker chips for that. And this is a game that's very popular, and it presents one of the most important principles that we'll talk about all semester. So. This is what you guys look like, right? So you're sitting in these positions. Orders go upstream from retailer to raw materials, and materials come down from raw materials to retailers. And those are the poker chips that you'll see. And then each of you has a log sheet. On this sheet, there's actually 2 sheets stapled together. On this sheet, you see your incoming, so you've got weeks, inventory, backlog, and the orders you place, those columns. Everybody but the raw material needs one of those. So the raw material person, if you're in that position, if your mat says raw material, then you do not need this log sheet. And as you guys saw, you guys are sitting here and no talking. Okay, so no talking between members of the supply chain except for the factory and raw materials. You guys get to play together. You're the only ones. You can whisper to each other and those kind of things, but it's very important that you're not sharing information. It's very important also, although you're sitting right next to each other, don't look over and try to watch what your other supply chain members are doing. The objective of this game is to minimize supply chain cost, and this includes both inventory, the cost of inventory, which we'll talk about a little bit later after this game, as well as backlog cost. And backlog costs are a proxy for customer service. So that is when you are not able to satisfy demand but your customer's willing to wait. So you've got a great competitive advantage. You must have the greatest beer in the world because whenever your beer is out of stock, the customer is willing to wait for it. They're not going to go to your competitor until you have yours ready for them. So it's one of the assumptions that we're making. And inventory costs 50 cents per week that you have it. So each week that you have that on hand, it costs you 50 cents. And then the inventory is represented by the chips, and white chip is worth 1 case of beer, and the blue and red chips are worth 10 cases of beer. So just in case you don't want to be shipping a lot, you could just start using the colored ones. Out of stock costs you $1 per out of stock. Every time that a customer wants a case of beer and you can't provide it, it costs you $1 each week that you haven't satisfied that. And then at the end of the game, we'll add up the total cost for you and then actually put that together with the rest of your supply chain. And I'm going to turn you guys loose so you guys can begin. The captain, lead them.
Last one that he gave me.
Well, you can look at what he played. Was it a 6?
Okay, then we'll adjust the next one.
And you're going to write it there. You got it. He's a master now.
Yeah, we're in step 3 right now.
You need.
What's in here to my inventory?
Step 5.
All right, so after you figure this out, after you guys get comfortable, start moving fast. We got to get through this. Quick decisions. You can't.
It's calculator.
Yeah. You can't calculate exponential smoothing formula and in this. Okay, so yeah. Don't do that. Who's the captain? Sean. So keep them moving.
You're just placing orders, but you're not getting. I'm not getting anything.
Does that look good?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay. Why not?
Yeah, well, demand exploded.
All right. It
Much
exploded.
faster than I anticipated.
Okay.
I am trying to fulfill their orders, and I'm trying to guess at the orders that I need for raw materials so that I don't run out of inventory, which I just did.
Well, I'm confused on, because he keeps ordering a whole lot, I'm trying to figure out how to, I'm confused.
Well, if he's ordering a whole lot and you don't have anything to satisfy
What
it.
do you think you should do?
More.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think about that. Every time,
was thinking.
that's costing you $1 every week. So, yeah, you're doing good. You're doing
No,
good.
I'm not.
You can make up for it if you act quickly. You can make up for it.
I think it's from the factory. It's the factory's fault. Yeah. Factory and or probably raw materials. Looks like they are not talking with each other.
I see many thirsty customers.
Oh, yeah.
We got 35 coming next.
So they're in Churchill. So that's okay.
Like very thirsty. How are we addressing that?
I'm not getting anything from my wholesaler. I have a 700 case backlog.
What do we got? What's wrong?
I'm not getting any product in.
Oh, why not?
I don't know. I can't talk to him.
Is it their fault?
No, she's zero inventory. I'm zero. And
You're not supposed to know that, by the way.
He can't look at me.
No.
There are a lot of.
You guys are
steps.
across the world.
We should have-
See,
we should have
you're in New York and he's in like Boston and Philly or somewhere. Oh, he's in Chicago, Kansas, Denver, Fort Collins. So that's the supply chain all the way to New York.
And step 6.
I got some inventory. The market needs to pick up quickly.
I put in all of these big orders, and we still haven't gotten any of them yet, and 2 more.
What's happening? What do you think's happening? And there's just a 2-week delay?
Yeah, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 3 above this that on the previous week. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks.
Is she not doing her job?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I keep putting in big orders.
It's a game of telephone.
I had like 60 on one of the orders, and we still haven't gotten it.
Well, it has to go all the way down to the end, and then it has to work its all the way back.
Yeah, but we're at it was 7 weeks ago that I ordered 60.
Your wholesaler sucks.
No, well, I'm the one who messed up the beginning, so doing my best. I just can't figure out why. Why?
Yeah. Well, think it through. So what are you thinking about when you're making this decision, though?
Well,
When you made that number, what do you
I
think
did
about?
like 60, 40, and 60, 7 weeks ago, and now I'm cutting back on my orders, expecting those 3 weeks
Has
to
that
catch
happened
up.
yet?
It hasn't. So now I
Okay.
need to up those numbers.
You think you ought to go the other way? Okay. All right. Maybe.
But I can't see.
So that means 108. This is 0. Oh, no.
You got that much
Right.
sitting there? And you're still doing that?
I've also gone through 3 weeks without ordering anything.
Oh, you've already done that. Oh,
I've already
okay.
done that.
All right. So we'll see if that.
We'll see what happens. Obviously, if you're saying something, it's not going to work out the way I wanted it to.
Keep making the numbers high, then we're going to get huge inventory.
Or inventory minus.
So spike it once and then
with that. Okay.
Can you explain this?
I don't know.
A lot of money right there. What are we going to do to address that?
Hopefully sell it to this guy.
marketing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the problem
Why
with
is
the
that happening?
retailer.
What? Oh, I way over ordered.
What are we at?
And then he over ordered.
I need
So
slips, please.
that's what happened.
Slips, please.
For what?
Yeah, well, that's true.
All right, are we
Yeah.
on one?
Everyone forecasted demand.
2.
Everyone did?
And they screwed me.
Is it their fault?
4.
Okay, wait. All right, wait. 3. Stop. What do you
I'm
want?
trying to
One,
react to
3.
it.
Okay,
One.
1. I want nothing. Okay.
Okay, 1. And then now
When
you're on
ready.
2 and 3.
We're,
Okay,
we're
I'm
catching
on
up
2
with the
and
rest of the
3.
group
Do you
here.
think you're going to be able to recover?
No, not at all. I'm out of business. I've already declared it. I declared it a while
Unless
ago.
market picks up dramatically.
I'm gonna start selling. You want some beer? I got some beer.
There's a bad crop? What do you mean by that?
You know, not too bad. We're
So
in
it's
the
their
hole
fault?
now, but
It's their
it's like
fault?
the first time we've been seriously in the hole. Although
Yeah?
oh well, I think
See,
we're
it's
about
just
to
not
have
coming
some
when you
serious
ask for it?
drama. You might want to go down a couple spots.
So,
You'll get the
she
drama.
says it's your fault. She says the wheat.
No,
The wheat.
I'm waiting for the orders.
She says you must be a bad crop year.
I know. I got plenty of.
That's not their fault.
She's got, she has unlimited amount.
I'm ready. I'm ready. You got to order I don't see anything in my inventory now. No. I'm paying.
I'm trying to count. I have lots of numbers.
25 in a row.
Do you make these decisions every day?
I do make these decisions every day.
Your
And it looks
backlog-
like this every week.
Oh, it does? Okay. Well, that's real life.
It is real life.
Okay.
Only our backlog
You
never
ready for
hits
step
that
5?
bad. Yes.
Yep, you're good. You're out of the game.
We were out of the game weeks ago.